Start speaking now.
Hey Sam, I think you should take your back pain seriously because sitting for long hours every day can slowly create bigger health problems if you ignore it. A lot of people assume back pain is normal when working long hours, but poor posture and lack of movement can affect your body much more over time. First of all, I would strongly recommend improving your sitting posture while working. Try sitting with your back supported and your shoulders relaxed instead of leaning forward toward the screen for many hours. Your chair and desk height should also feel comfortable so your neck and back are not under constant pressure. I also think you should avoid sitting continuously for very long periods without breaks. Another important thing is getting up and moving regularly during the day. Even standing, stretching, or walking around for a few minutes every hour can help reduce stiffness and improve circulation. You should also try adding some light exercise or stretching into your routine because stronger muscles can help support your back better. At the same time, avoid working from uncomfortable places like your bed or couch too often because that can make your posture worse. Finally, do not ignore ongoing pain if it continues getting worse. If necessary, talk to a doctor or physiotherapist before the problem becomes more serious.
Start speaking now.
The first big financial decision I made was buying my first car. I had been saving money for quite a while, and I knew it was a major purchase, so I didn't want to rush into it. I considered buying a brand new car, a used one, or even continuing to rely on public transit for another year. Since I needed a reliable way to get to work every day, I spent a few weeks comparing prices, reading reviews, and talking to friends who had experience buying cars. I remember feeling excited but also a little nervous because it was the biggest amount of money I had ever spent. After weighing all my options, I realized that a well-maintained used car would give me the best value for my money. Once I made that decision, I found a few cars within my budget, checked their history reports, and took my favorite one for a test drive before buying it. In the end, I drove home feeling confident that I had made the right choice. The car has been reliable ever since, and I'm still glad I took the time to make a careful decision.
Start speaking now.
In this picture, I can see a lively outdoor market that looks busy and full of energy. There are people of all ages walking around, shopping, and enjoying the nice weather. On the left side, a flower shop is displaying colorful bouquets, and a woman seems to be choosing some fresh flowers. Right beside it, there's a produce stand with baskets of fruits and vegetables, and a few customers are picking out fresh items. In the middle of the market, a man is walking his dog while several people are passing by in different directions. In the center, there is a hot dog stand where a few customers appear to be waiting for their food. On the right side, there are several food stalls selling things like artisan cheese, local honey, jams, and gelato. A couple of children are happily eating ice cream while another family is chatting and laughing together nearby. In the background, I can see a beautiful clock tower surrounded by charming buildings, which gives the market a small-town atmosphere. Overall, everyone looks relaxed and seems to be enjoying a wonderful day outdoors.
Start speaking now.
I think this outdoor market will get even busier as the day goes on. More people will probably arrive to shop for fresh produce, flowers, and local products before everything sells out. The vendors will likely continue serving customers, and some of them might even run low on their most popular items. I also think the hot dog stand will attract a longer line because it's right in the center of the market and already seems quite busy. The children enjoying their ice cream will probably finish eating and ask their parents to visit a few more stalls before heading home. I also think several people will stop to buy artisan cheese, local honey, or homemade jam after trying the free samples. The woman carrying flowers may continue browsing the market and pick up some fresh fruit or vegetables before she leaves. As the afternoon goes on, the market will remain lively with people chatting, laughing, and supporting local businesses. Overall, I think everyone will leave with shopping bags full of fresh products and happy memories from a great day at the market.
Start speaking now.
Hey Sarah, I understand why you think recycling at home is important because it reduces landfill waste and helps conserve natural resources. However, I believe reducing consumption is an even better option because it prevents waste before it is even created. Recycling is helpful, but it still requires energy and resources to process materials, whereas reducing consumption directly lowers environmental impact. Another important advantage is that reducing consumption saves money. When you buy only what you truly need, you spend less, avoid unnecessary purchases, and live a simpler and more organized life. It also helps you develop responsible spending habits and become more environmentally conscious in your daily decisions. In the long run, reducing consumption not only protects the environment more effectively, but also improves your financial situation and lifestyle.
Start speaking now.
Hi, sweetie. I've noticed that you haven't seemed like yourself lately, and I'm worried about you. I recently found out that you've been dealing with bullying at school, and I want you to know that you don't have to go through this alone. I'm not here to judge you or force you to talk before you're ready. I just want to understand what's happening so I can help you in the best way possible. Whenever you feel comfortable, I'd really like you to tell me what's been going on. It doesn't matter whether it's happening in class, online, or during recess. Whatever it is, we'll deal with it together. Please remember that none of this is your fault, and you should never feel embarrassed or ashamed about asking for help. Once I know more, we can decide what to do next, whether that's speaking with your teacher, contacting the school, or finding another solution that makes you feel safe. I love you very much, and I'll stand by you every step of the way until this situation is completely resolved.
Start speaking now.
I think public libraries should invest more in digital resources, but not at the expense of physical books. These days, many people prefer e-books, audiobooks, and digital magazines because they're convenient and easy to access from anywhere. Students, working professionals, and even seniors can borrow materials without having to travel to the library. Digital resources are also helpful for people living in rural areas or those with mobility challenges. In addition, libraries can update digital collections more quickly and often provide access to educational courses, language learning platforms, and research materials that would be difficult to offer in print alone. As technology becomes a bigger part of everyday life, it makes sense for libraries to keep up with those changing needs. That said, I don't think physical books should receive less funding. Many people still enjoy the experience of holding a real book, and some find it easier to focus without screens or notifications. Libraries are also important community spaces where families read together, children discover books for the first time, and seniors enjoy a quiet place to spend time. If libraries invested only in digital resources, they would lose part of what makes them special. In my opinion, the best approach is to give slightly more funding to digital services, while continuing to maintain a strong collection of physical books.
Start speaking now.
Hey Emma, I visited a really unusual classroom today while I was helping my friend look for a new school for her child. The first thing I noticed was that the teacher wasn't a person at all. It was a robot standing at the front of the classroom. The robot was telling the students to settle down, but they didn't seem to be paying much attention. Instead, they were doing all kinds of different things. One boy was riding a skateboard across the classroom, another student was wearing a virtual reality headset, and two boys were throwing paper balls at each other. There was even a girl drawing on the chalkboard while another student was fast asleep at his desk. What made this classroom so different from a regular one was that a robot was teaching such young children. Obviously, it was difficult for the robot to control the students. It almost seemed as though the students knew the robot couldn't discipline them, so they took advantage of the situation. Personally, I think robots can be helpful in education, but I still believe young children need real teachers who can better understand and manage a classroom like this.